Are you ready? I wanna do WWE.
Yeah, it's like we can like promote our fight and then we'll have the fight to get everyone going on the bus.
Alright, but... Hey everyone.
What's up?
Welcome to the Random Thought podcast.
We talk out of our ass.
For you. We talk out of our ass about random shit. Who gives a fuck what we're going to talk about? It's just going to come out. It's all, remember, it's our personal
Pretty
opinions.
much like when you go to the bathroom.
It really is like, yeah. Alright, I'm Dan.
I'm Chris.
And today, you know.
Random thoughts today.
You know what? Has anything really weird ever happened to you? You're just like, you're like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, some drunk bitch. When I was traveling up north, she like said I was she's like, I'm not, she just walked to my face and she's like, I'm not into racism. I'm like, neither am I. And she's like, I'm not into racism, man. It's like, we don't need skinheads around here.
You thought you were, well, I mean, look at the head. I mean, you do kind of look like...
That's actually a very, very inaccurate statement.
I know.
If you know anything about skinhead culture.
I mean, hell, you could have been a Buddhist monk for all she knew. I mean,
yeah, why didn't she choose Buddhist monk? Probably because I was too big.
Because you're too white.
There's white Buddhist monks.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen white Buddhists.
There's a load of them, but she was too drunk and probably had like a gangbang with neo-Nazis before, and she just like I'm sure she was kind of really methed out. I'm sure she's bought drugs from there before, or like got gangbanged, and I just like rang a lot of bells in her drunk head. You know? Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, do it for the right, baby.
Yeah. We're not promoting in any way Nazism.
Well, you are. I'm not.
Hey, I'm not into racism. No offense.
Well, yeah. Well, you know what, man? We don't need neo-Nazis here.
Yeah. There's some. Yeah. So people are weird ass where we're at.
Yeah, she did no shit. If she said that in England, they'd beat her ass dead. You don't say that to English skinheads. Yeah. In America, they have this connection with shaved head and skinheads, which I actually don't think is accurate.
Yeah. Most
skinhead gangs, they have curtain cuts. Number one, I don't know where the shaved head and Nazism make any sense. Well, Nazis didn't have shaved heads; they had curtain cuts.
They had crew cuts.
Not all curtain. You shave the side.
Yeah.
And you look at Hitler and you let the top grow out. It's actually the most popular trend in haircuts today.
Like this.
Yeah, they would crop the hair and then they would shave the side.
Only they'd have
shave the whole side, like mine, and then you just let the top grow out.
Right, which I think that's like shit.
It's supposed to make them look tougher or square. Shaved heads was actually something you didn't do. You did that to people who were caught in Nazi Germany in an interracial marriage, or you were in a concentration camp, or you caught Nazi collaborators after you were liberated and you shaved their heads off. Something like that. So shaved heads would mean bad news if I were to go back in time or any skinhead.
Sorry. No. If you're an American, they'd assume you were military because military guys would shave their heads. But
yes, or people normally working class would. That's where the whole skinhead culture from England started.
Yeah, because
there a subculture to represent working class?
Right, because that's why a lot of the guys did it, as opposed to the upper class who were very more like Italian clothes and.
And they drove they had hair that was like this. They started cutting it short because that's what workers did for the job.
Because to avoid your hair getting caught in like gears and stuff like that.
Exactly. So that's where that comes from. But you have Sharpies and you have rashes.
Right.
In England, rash stands for red, anarchist, skinhead, which is more like communist skinheads.
Right.
Which is the opposite of a National Socialist.
Right. These guys are just total like, let's fuck shit up.
Yeah, they're all like fucked up probably, but they're not. And then you have Sharpies, which is skinheads against racial prejudice. So you don't connect that group with Nazism.
Exactly, they were actually very much against that kind of mentality.
They're more like just working class, but they're not like into racial prejudice.
They're like
they're supposed to rebel against the '60s when everyone started growing hair out long and listening to the Beatles. They were like against that.
They're like early heavy metal guys.
Yeah, they're like early heavy metal guys. Exactly.
I fucking love heavy metal, dude.
Yeah, heavy metal's pretty damn good, man.
Yeah, I mean,
there's nothing that makes your day.
I mean, dude, in the '60s, you had freaking The Who come out. You had fucking then you had Rolling Stones. Later on, you had Zeppelin.
Classic metal, yeah.
Classic metal's awesome.
Classic metal, AC/DC. I mean, you're getting into like I got into thrash metal more. I mean, you get Metallica, you get fucking Pantera, everything.
Yeah, I mean, earlier when I was younger, because back to when the '80s when they
Black Sabbath.
Oh yeah, like fucking Ozzy. I wanted to grow my hair out, but the problem is if you look at my hair, it's freaking curly. So I get like a fucking Jufro. So yeah. I can't. I have to.
You've seen me with my hair grown out.
Oh yeah,
I think this is better.
You look like freaking Doc Brown, Marty.
Exactly.
Marty, we gotta get to the time machine.
Yeah, it's really bad, especially when the wind hits it.
Like Bozo the Clown.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I see some pretty. I'm jealous because my cousin has long like dark hair. I'm like, why the fuck did he get that hair? And my sister, she's got the long hair, the very straight hair. But me and my brother, then my dad just curls it all up. I guess my family men have curly hair.
I've got curly. Yeah, I mean, with curly hair, you gotta cut it short.
Or you gotta like shampoo. You gotta condition the fuck out of it.
Well, look at you, Paul Mitchell. You should do hairstyling. Found your calling.
Well, my dad meant to see. My dad went to school back in the '70s, where people will grow fros, and he had a white guy fro, like the big old.
Oh man, really? Kevin had a white guy fro.
Yeah, he had the white guy fro.
Oh shit!
And he was like,
"Yeah, that's pretty bad." I once had a fro, and I look back on it now. I was like,
"What the fuck
is wrong with me, dude?" I was like, how the hell is that professional? You look like I was like, what the fuck? I was working at a circus or something?
You look a merkin.
I was like working at a circus or fucking Soul Train. I was gonna
Soul Train!
I was gonna like dance on Soul Train.
I
look like a fucking old, bitch, an old bitch's vagina.
You look like the underside of my chin, like
oh man, that's bad.
Yeah, and it looks like I hate this. Is the fact is my chin because
I look like Hillary Clinton's vagina.
Oh, I mean, who wants to be that? I mean, it's a cunt on a cunt.
Ooh, yeah, that's there you go.
I mean, you can like Hillary Clinton, but she.
No, I don't like Hillary.
I'm saying anybody who watches can like her, but you know what?
She's a dishonest fucking poser.
Well, not just that. She looks always freaking like angry. She's
because she's always up to something no good.
That's why I gotta admit, what's his face? Who's the guy who turned from independent to Democrat because he knew Bernie Sanders. He looks actually like a decent guy. Like he looks.
Yeah, he's a decent dude.
He's freaking on. He's like, listen, this is what I want.
No, he's a decent dude. He's had a decent, consistent history. Whether you agree with him on certain things or not.
I'd rather. I mean, the problem is, this is politics. You look at politics. You got Biden, you got Clinton, and you got Sanders, and Biden's kind of not a bad guy, but he just.
I can see a Biden.
I don't.
I can't see any of the Republicans.
Oh yeah.
I see why Donald Trump is
popular.
Interesting. He's not religious.
Oh,
he knows how to communicate. He's a good actor.
He also doesn't give two fucks about what people think.
Because he's got money, and I don't believe that he's using his own money for the campaign. I don't know what idiot's buying that shit.
Oh yeah, of course.
You always get money. Well, number one, you wouldn't waste your own money on the campaign. I mean, because there's no guarantee you're going to win.
Yeah, of course.
And you've just blown all your money.
Yeah, and
I don't think Donald would ever blow a penny.
Well, I think it's bullshit. Is I don't like him partially because of his international policies because
well, I mean, I think that's all. I don't think he actually believes that.
Right, but the problem
I think he's saying that because of who he's trying to.
The problem is Republicans forget that to be against immigration is technically un-American because that's where all our building blocks.
I don't know what they're exactly. I mean, you talk to some, they're there. They don't want illegal. But the question is, why are there so many illegal aliens? Because you have a very bad immigration process.
And also because this country is basically addicted to cheap foreign labor.
In certain sectors.
Of construction and
menial labor. Native people actually in any country do not do the general. Now, as a native person, you can, if you really want to, get a job in menial labor. The big issue with the labor market is you're not going to find enough native people to do it. You're not going to find fifth generation Latino people, which my cousin is. I have a cousin who's Latino.
I have a cousin. I have a cousin who's also. I have a cousin who's half Mexican. His mom is.
Same here.
My godfather is actually.
But they're not. He's working in a white collar job. He's not. He's not going to pump toilets.
Or if they are working in a blue collar job, it's a skilled blue collar job. It's like they'll work in electrician work. They'll be working for They're working for a power company and actually doing stuff like
we're talking about the big thing is agriculture in this state and in many states. A big thing in California that you do forget is Hollywood is not the driving economy.
No, it's not.
Agriculture. It is strict agriculture.
A
lot of people in urban areas don't get this.
All those.
And guess what? You need picking.
Yeah.
You don't have machines picking. You have all those people are illegal.
Because things like if you go into agriculture, like wine. For the grapes, you can't have machines because you need to have a very precise pull in a certain way. And the problem with the machine is it might damage the crop. And if you damage the crop, there goes your freaking food.
A lot of that is dependent on foreign labor, and in particular, illegal quote aliens do that.
Yeah, for a long time it were an issue.
Now the question is, a lot of Republicans complain, well, there's too many illegal. Well, then make them legal. The thing is, they don't have an efficient path to citizenship for these people.
You know what I really wish?
If you look at the general immigration process, it is. I had a housekeeper for years working for my family. I knew her for 20 years. Yeah. She only recently became a citizen. She's been trying you have to get a lawyer. It is hard.
I've been told is that I was talking to a few people, including my father, and he was saying that one of the possibilities is a lot of people who come here for work necessarily don't want to be citizens. They just want to come and work. So
and then they go. Yeah.
Yeah. So some people who want to come in, they should make two types of path. If you want to come in the country just for work, but not be that should be an easier path. You should be able to get your green
or
card.
Some kind of something, and pay the taxes that you owe working here.
Yeah.
And then go. Now the issue is everyone's talking about, I can't get everyone taxed. This is why I'm for consumption.
Yeah,
because they're saying, a lot of illegal people can get around taxes. Well, actually, a lot of people in general can. I mean, criminals make millions of dollars; they get around taxes.
Well, they don't really get around. They have to still pay their taxes because they have to report it. So the deal is
a lot of them don't.
But yeah,
most of them never have declared a penny.
Well, some don't.
I don't think Whitey Bulger ever declared a penny.
There are a few people like if you've ever you guys seen Breaking Bad. That's how some people do it. They'll say. They'll have
it goes to legitimate business.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, they're still racking in millions more on the side that is not recorded. That's just to keep them a little protected.
Yeah,
but they're still racking in millions of dollars of untaxed shit.
And we're not calling Mexicans criminals. We're just saying, but we're just saying that's how people do it. Hell, I've heard of people talking about using eBay as a means to launder money. Just sell stuff to.
Sure, you can launder money on eBay. You just have phony crap, and then your friend buys it, and then they give him the money, and then he buys some rug from you.
Yeah,
and you just give the rug back, and then you can do that.
Yeah, it's something very
simple. The cartel knows how to launder money out there.
Right, but I mean,
that's why if you had a consumption, you couldn't beat it.
Yeah,
you would be stuck because you have to. Every human being has to go to get general necessities, food, gas, pantyhose, hookers,
weed,
strippers, medical marijuana. You can't beat consumption. You can beat income very easily. I've beaten income personally. Before I've not declared things in the past because it's easy.
Some people don't declare that. Like I mean, technically, if you go to work for your grandmother and she pays you like $100 for helping her out, and you don't declare, technically that's against the law.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm saying it would make it all easy if you just said the tax is collected at the store.
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of, because you have so much, but you'd actually have more revenue if you had that kind of tax system.
I don't know, politicians are stupid, and they kind of threaten. I want, honestly, I really wish we could become like fucking like the Nordic countries and get the free, like I would literally pay extra taxes if I could get a free college education. If I literally could get, all my classes paid for, I literally could just go to say, I want to go to this college. Boom, I'm in. And then I
all paid for.
And then, what the great part is afterwards.
I have to see about that.
Well, keep in mind, Sweden, Norway, and Finland have some of the most highest standards of living, and they're some of the most well-educated people because of this system. I mean, they're like, dude, I have all this stuff.
Yeah, they pay more taxes,
but they get more out of it. And yeah. I mean, who wouldn't want to be able to say, I got...
The issue is people would confront, they don't want to be extraordinarily taxed. And the issue is they'd say, what degrees are you getting?
Right.
Then you're going to have a flood of people just saying, oh, I want to just fuck around and major in or like philosophy. Right. And then it's like the tax people who are working are like, do I have to front this shit?
You could have certain degrees that are, or you could have a subsidies that, depending on what degree you declare, you get more of a bigger,
I'd say, how about this? You make it free. You make it free for very realistic, practical jobs needed in the economy.
Right. You
like what you're doing with the electric. You'd say, hey,
or
you go to that, that's free. You want to be a carpenter, that's free. We need more plumbers, that's free. We need more farmers. So ag science is free.
We need more computer technicians. We need more... what else? That's an easy... That's a good turnaround job. We need architects.
You would have to cut other things there. I mean, you would have to have a government. You'd have to trust the leaders that they would seriously manage an education system that large.
Right. I've heard some interesting ideas.
I think more like a state. I've always said education should be more localized. I mean, having like Department of Education at the federal level,
right,
is so bizarre.
What I also heard of is that if you were to, I heard ideas of like teachers, because teachers are some of the most, they take the longest to get their degrees, and that often, I know my mom is a teacher. She has a lot of teacher friends who are still paying off their degrees because they have to go get a job right away or they're basically screwed. So what I've heard is an idea is that you turn your teachers to being like if you decide to become a teacher, you make it more like the military. You basically say, we're going to pay for your education, but for X number of years as a teacher, you're going to go to the schools that we need you at. So you could actually theoretically deploy teachers in a much more, precise way. You'd say, okay, you've learned this, you've become a math teacher. We need a math teacher in South LA. You're going to go live there, but your education's been paid for, and you work for us for X number of years to pay off your...
Question is, do I want to go to South LA and get wrist being shot at? Because that's a big issue you have down in Compton and the high schools down there. It's massively impoverished. The question is, people are like, well, you're kind of like telling me I'm going to go to war to get a free education. You get that, you get a lot of anger from the population that way.
That's why I do think you got the localization of education, making it cheaper, because I usually say that the problem there is like South LA is you have a huge population who some of them, you have some probably brilliant minds there who are stuck there because they don't simply have.
This is an LA issue. I've been to other downtowns. What places would call ghetto, like in Phoenix or San Diego or San Jose, not what we have in LA. So I'm saying that's why that's why people wanted more local, because it's like every area has its own needs.
Right.
Instead, you have people in D.C. saying, well, this is what we think you need in L.A. I'm like, but you guys aren't from here. We have a bigger issue.
Right.
So we need things specialized.
You should face the camera when you
talk. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's a lot of this, like, I mean, besides that, I mean, you have, I mean, politics have been kind of really just, I mean, besides, you know, what we've seen in the news, I mean, there's some, like, I mean, look at the Republican candidates. They all look like freaking morons.
Yeah, they pretty much.
I don't hate Republicans.
I'm not. I don't entirely. Yeah, I disagree with most of. I mean, you know, the party is just not. And I think a lot of people in the party know that it's not serious about what they're talking about. They're not really even pushing ideas for this community and the society. They're really pushing a lot of it's just religious shit.
The problem I have is
I don't think they know about it.
But I'm happy that Rick Perry fucking left the because Rick Perry was the governor of Texas. The one.
Oh, he's crazy.
He's a theocrat. I don't like theocrats.
They're almost all theocrats.
Yeah.
Rick Santorum is the craziest person.
Ted Cruz.
Crazy. Yeah, Ted Cruz is crazy.
Yeah, he's a major theocrat.
Major theocrat. Mike Huckabee is a total clown. Those guys, I don't think they're even serious about being elected.
Right.
They get a lot of speaking deals, and they get a rap sheet with the whole network of right-wing Christian pushers. They're not serious. I don't think Trump's going to go anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it. I mean, Trump claimed he was going to run last time and didn't do shit.
Well, Trump was a registered Democrat for years.
Right.
He does believe in a single-payer health. He does believe in public health.
Which is good.
He's against he doesn't seem to like any Latinos, though I don't think he's being truthful. I think he's trying to walk the party line to get somewhere, to get some buzz.
Right. I mean, and, you know, I do agree with the idea that we do need to have a public health here, at least for the basic stuff, you know, your basic needs.
I think, again, a lot of that should be localized more.
Right.
Every city, at least I know county hospitals here.
Right.
I know we have mobile hospitals, too. We have, like, trucks. I read online that go out to poor neighborhoods, and like you have a mobile. I thought that was cool. Like because a lot of people can't get out of their neighborhood.
Right.
If you bring a truck and then you just come there like an ice cream truck and get checked up, it's a doctor's office.
Well, I heard a cool idea from someone once that suggested that we if this is my father. He suggested if he were to become governor of our state. One of the things you want to do is have the National Guard for the area focus more on like disaster relief.
That's good.
And
talk to him about that. It's actually a great idea.
Yeah, and what you do is you go into an area, you do drills, and then what you do is part of as the thing says, we're doing the drills, and as part of the drill, anybody who wants to come up and get a checkup and some basic medical needs taken care of. Which would actually you build bridges. They don't see the government as the man oppressing. They see them as a hand saying, "Hey, we're part of you. We want to make sure that we're going to bring you up."
Trying to get the community going,
which is extremely important when dealing. That's how you get people
moving together and showing that we are truly the United States and that we are working together as a team to progress forward. You're right. A lot of people, everyone in general, I don't think it's just poor people. Everyone in this country is massively disconnected.
Right.
People have all these perceptions we're building on class warfare to racial warfare. You're right. There has to be some push to kind of really show, get everyone working together here, because I don't think we're going to go anywhere if we don't fix that.
All right.
I think healthcare would be for this city. I think counties. I like to see more county around. I think they should expand a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, who doesn't want
the issues? What about our drought?
That sucks. Drought sucks, but they're actually. I've been talking to some people with DWP.
Yeah.
and then we're kind of going in a cycle. It's not unheard of for the California to go through cycles of drought and extreme rain, and that we're due within a year or two for a torrent.
A torrent.
A lot of rain.
A torrential rain.
Yeah.
So we're due, and they're going to collect a lot of that.
Yeah. The problem I actually heard is that here's the big problem with LA, is we don't tap our own groundwater. We pull out of Owens Valley. The downside is we don't rain when it happens here. It doesn't go anywhere. It goes in the ground and that's it. The problem is our groundwater's been contaminated, so we really can't use it that much.
Interesting. What about a recycling water more? That's what I've always thought.
I want to do that too.
I mean, you flush your toilet, water down the sink. That should be cleaned, purified and back in the system.
The problem is that they flush it down into the ocean so that you can go through the water cycle.
It was going to come back or what?
Water cycle, it's an evaporate off the ocean, rain down, and boom.
I don't know. I think it'd be efficient if you just cleaned it here.
Yeah, but
you have a treatment plant.
Yeah, but then you have
Chatsworth that you can clean it.
And there's one down in Atwater Village.
Clean it and pump it around. So they do.
The problem is people get freaked out about reclaimed water. Like, ew.
Oh, you can't see. That's the thing.
Ew, it's got poo and pee.
Okay, but that's given into a mob, and you don't run a society off a mob.
I know.
That's like
the Italians did a pretty good job at it.
No. I mean, mob. You do not run a society, and our society is not based upon mob rule. Despite the popular myth that goes around, we live in a constitutional republic, not a democracy.
We live in a democratic republic. Anyway, everyone, thanks for watching the Random Thought video podcast. Remember to check us out on our channel, Random Media Guys. Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment.
Leave one.
Leave one, please. Subscribe, especially. And share us with anybody who you want to. I'm Dan.
I'm Chris.
And we'll see you later.
We will.